Hey guys and ladies, in this video what I'm going to do is a review of the iPad 2, and I have owned this for about a month now, so I have had it for a decent amount of time, so I feel like I can give a decent review on it, or at least share some of my experiences with you. And I also just want to go over a couple of reasons why I purchased the iPad 2, as well as share some apps that I personally enjoy using on the iPad. So I have a lot to go through, a lot of apps to go through, so let's just go ahead and get started. So here we go. Alright, so as I stated in my last video, I compiled a list of things that I could possibly do on my iPad that I couldn't do on my laptop, as well as a list of things that I can do on my laptop but I can also do on my iPad. So a couple of those things were the portability, the size of it. You know, it's lighter, it's thinner, so it's gonna be easier to travel with. I also came up with entertainment. You know, you can play games on it, you can watch movies. You can check the news, such as the weather, technology news, world news. You can look at music videos. You can check out the sports. The NBA playoffs are going on, so I really like looking at that. And I'll show you the app for that later too. Also, schoolwork. You know, things on the workforce. You can also use this as a secondary monitor. I'll show you that later. And just the overall ease of accessing common things that I check every day, such as email, Facebook, you know, IM, and different things like that. So anyway, like I said, I got a lot to cover here. So the first thing I want to just start with is the smart cover. The only dislike that I have about it is the fact that it picks up dirt fairly easy. Just to show you here, flipping this back here, this part here is actually touching the surface of the table. So what I would recommend is just making sure the surface area is clean, so this won't pick up as much dirt. But other than that, I would definitely recommend picking a darker color, because lighter colors are definitely going to attract more bacteria and dirt and everything like that. But other than that, it's a really neat little device that they created for this iPad, as you can see, and it's very sturdy. You know, it's not going to fall over fairly easy, but I mostly use it sitting down like this, so it's very easy to type on and access different apps. So anyway, just moving on, we're going to go ahead and jump into some of the entertainment apps that I enjoy. And I'm just going to zoom in a little bit here so you can get a close-up of it. Alright, so the first thing that I want to cover is just the movies and the video apps that I have. I have a Netflix account, so I have the Netflix app here. Also, I have the ABC Player app. I have the Crackle app. It's a new app that I discovered that basically allows you to watch free movies for free. And I also have the Hulu Plus app, and I also have an app that allows me to watch different music videos, you know, just to keep up to date with those. So it's nothing really special about those. I mean, it's just a regular apps that allows you to access those different networks, and they usually allow you to access things a lot easier on the iPad. So anyway, I want to go into the games next. Basically, what I was really impressed with was the graphics that the video game developers were able to achieve on such a thin device. So let's just go ahead and launch up Angry Birds here. And it just looks amazing. You really have to see this in person, because it's really sometimes hard to judge this from a video. But anyway, from playing this game, I have this game on my iPhone as well. Playing it on the iPad, it's like it's no way I can play this on my iPhone anymore. I mean, because it takes it to a whole new level playing it here on the iPad. But the graphics and the sound quality, it's just amazing. And it's a game, of course, that you all know you can play for almost hours. Well, I can't, but I know I have seen people who do it. So anyway, that's just one game. Another game I want to show you is Real Racing 2 HD. And I'm probably going to have to zoom back actually for this, because this game actually requires me to hold my iPad. So I'm just going to go ahead and resume. And I basically control my car by tilting the screen like so. And again, the graphics on here is just amazing. It's just, I don't see how, you know, they can really come in close to some of these other portable video game devices. So again, just another video game app. Don't want to spend too much time on it. So I'm going to go back home here and let's just move along. So of course I have a lot of video games that I have downloaded. Some I paid for, some are free. But anyway, going to the next category was news. Almost every morning I wake up and I launch this weather app. And it basically just tells me, you know, the temperature and what's going to happen basically today. So usually I say, okay, 54 degrees, and then I want to see, you know, hourly what's going to happen. So I normally, before I got the iPad, I would go into the website and view this, but now with the iPad, it's so much easier just to launch it up, see what time it may start raining and things like that. And I also have an app for technology that I usually look at as soon as I'm going to bed. Before I go to bed, I take my iPad with me and just try to read up on the latest news, such as finding out that Bin Laden died, and just the latest technology as well. So that's a really great app for that. Considering that the NBA playoffs are going on right now, I pretty much look at this app every day, usually because I'm so busy. Sometimes I miss the games, and I don't know the score and things like that. So here I can kind of scroll through, to see the score there, or I can see when somebody's going to play, see what channel is going to come on, see what time it's going to come on, and I also can see the current progress of what's going on. And also if I want to see, different highlights of, what happened in the game, I can also do that fairly easy. So another great app to have. I guess the next thing to go into is just, school. How can this really help you in school, in the workforce? The app that I downloaded, and I did a lot of research, guys, before I even, bought the iPad, because that was going to be one of the main selling points for me, is using this for schoolwork and also on the job force. So finally came down to this app called Notes Plus, and this was just a $5 app, so that wasn't bad. Here was just something I drew in my robotics class, and it's really so much to this app. I can probably make a whole video on it, so it's really going to be kind of hard to condense everything down, but let's see what I can do here. For one, something to point out, you can record the lectures, so that's really great. I can be taking notes and I can record the teacher as well. But let me just go ahead and just show you with my box wave stylus. This is only like $15. I can zoom in here and actually start writing something. So the stylus, responds fairly well. Again, I did a lot of research on the stylus as well. And as you can see, as I zoom back, the text looks, just almost like a really handwritten pen there. And it also has the function here where this little text box appears. And let's say I'm just going to write a sentence. And it's kind of hard to write how I would write because I'm having to write from the side. But let's say, hey, YouTubers, I'm writing, and as you can see, this box continues to move to the right as I get to the end of this box. So another great feature with this app, but mostly this is what a lot of people like to use if they're taking notes in a meeting. Again, I can record what's going on in the meeting, and it's really great. It also has like different shape recognitions. I have taken it off, but if I draw a line here, it'll also straighten out that line if I need to. But for me, again, I tend to have to draw a lot of graphs and a lot of different circuits. So being able to go here and, easily changing the color here. Maybe I want to put some points here, put 1, 2, 3, something like that. Or again, drawing circuits, I can easily move over. And let's put a resistor there and put a capacitor here. So a really great app to have, and again, this is what I really recommend for a lot of people who do have a lot of meetings to go to if you're in the business part of it. And let's just go back here. Yeah, something else to point out. Again, it's just so much stuff here. I wish I kind of written out what I was going to go over. But you can also upload to Google Docs. So that was another selling point for me, because I don't want everything just stored on my iPad, and I don't want to have to hook it up to my computer just to pull off notes, and also just easily upload it to Google Docs. Alright, so the next thing I want to show you is just how you can, another great feature or another great app that you can take advantage of is, turning this into a secondary monitor. And the app that I use for that, there's a lot of apps you can use for this technology, is Air Display. And I'm just going to go ahead and bring my laptop over here and just show you how you can actually, have the dual displays if you wish to. Alright, so now I have my iPad next to my laptop, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is connect to my iPad from my laptop, and they're going to connect over Wi-Fi. So this isn't going to be as fast as if you had a monitor connected directly to the laptop, but let's just give you an example here. I have my iTunes app launched up. I'm just going to drag it over. So it's responsive enough, it's enough for, keeping a web browser over here, or keeping an instant messenger, or just the basic things like that. You wouldn't want to put a video over here, or you wouldn't want to play a game over here, but basic things like this, I can control what's over here as well. I can drag it back, or I can play a song or two. You know, I can maybe look at the album art. So you may have a party or something going on. You can have this in your living room and control, you know, your sound system or what's going to be played next. So again, this is another great app, I should say, that's available for the iPad. They have a lot of different apps that, you know, work this way, but this is one of the ones that received the most attention and had the best reviews from what I saw. So anyway, that's another app that I really enjoy using. And again, just going over what I said earlier, I can also do some of the common things that I do every day fairly easy on the iPad, such as checking my email, checking Facebook, using the instant messenger, planning things in my calendar. You know, I just really don't have a lot of time to go into all of that, but you know, again, if you are in the market or considering buying an iPad, I would definitely recommend doing as I did. Sit down, come up with a list of things that, you know, you think you're going to probably be using with the iPad. If you come up with enough, you know, then maybe you should consider investing into one. So anyway, this has been fun. Just a quick review of my experience about the iPad. Again, I will try to get out some more videos later on with this specifically targeted towards an app or a certain device for the iPad. So anyway, it's been fun. Comment what you think about the iPad 2, and I will see you next time.